Hello, and welcome to Dr. Livingstone, I presume. Reversed escape room, or so they claim. I glanced at some reviews and a couple people were very upset that this is not a reversed escape room at all. And I mean, it looks like it to me, that instead of like being trapped in a room and trying to escape, you're outside of rooms in a mansion and you're trying to get deeper in and like figure out a secret of your friend Dr. Livingstone or something. And yeah, I just picked it up just now because it's on sale for like next to nothing, like $2. But by the time you see this, maybe it won't be anymore, I'm not too sure. And yeah, just looks to be a first-person puzzle game, escape room style. For some reason I thought it like came out around the same time as like Dr. Langeskov the Tiger and whatever that title is, and like the beginner's guide, but no, this is more recent. It's from like 2021 and has no relation. And I also thought this was kind of more of a high-profile release. Like, it looked very professional, but in terms of Steam reviews or like a buzz in the subsequent years, I haven't really heard anyone talk about it much. So who knows if it's just like left by the wayside or a hidden gem or something. I guess we'll find out. Let's jump in, but before I do, normally I try to save like the options and setup and performance talk for the end of the first episodes now, because it takes a while, but I do have to preface this with a warning. This game is kind of a pain to set up if you want to play it at above 60 FPS. It is an Unreal Engine 4 game. You have to dig into like .ini files. There's like, this is the stuff that was pretty common around like 2010 to 2015 with Unreal Engine 4 games and stuff, I feel. So this game coming out at 2021 and still being force capped to 60 is pretty disappointing. It also has a lot of other issues like forced motion blur, which the dev claimed they would patch within a week, and that was 4 years ago. So you also have to use .ini hacks to change that. And the mouse sensitivity is weirdly slow, which is saying something coming from me, because in like 99% of games I play, I have to turn down the sensitivity. And when indie games don't have sensitivity settings, it's usually a problem for me because they're too high. But in this game, even maxing it out is not enough, so I had to like raise it above that level in the INI file and then make it read-only so that it would keep that, and that means I can't change any volume settings and have that stick, so it's a bit of a headache. So again, we'll talk more about the options and stuff like that later, but I just thought that was a little weird. Also, before we jump in, yeah, for some reason, yeah, this has reverted now. Since nothing is on shift, I figured I would do that. That's also the read-only thing. And for some reason, when I started this the first time, move forward was just unbound. Just said none. Not sure why. But yeah, okay. Oh, doing that might have like... Oh god. Because I opened this, maybe now, because I applied... Shit. Now this is probably like the max normal sensitivity again, and not the one I set, so... It should be fine. It wasn't like too bad, but yeah. This is a mess. It is definitely a mess, so... Again, if you just don't care about, you know, frame rates, you're fine with 60 and whatever, maybe you won't have as many issues, but this took a while to set up, and that's of concern. So, let's jump in. I'm not gonna read this out, but yeah, it is based on real events or whatever, real people, but it's fiction, so there's that.
Dear David, I know it has been a long time since we last saw one another, but I'm certain that you have not forgotten me, just as I have not forgotten you. I'm still utterly amazed by how much our encounter and the manner in which it took place has changed everything else. I have reflected upon it numerous times. Your great vanishing, Bennett and his grand plan, me and my great expedition, and finally, simply you. Did I feel disappointed when first I laid my eyes upon you? Not at all. At times, I only wonder what would have happened had I met you earlier. I think of how much we could have achieved together if you had been as strong and healthy as you were eager to help others, including myself.
I skipped all this when I was testing, so this is all new to me.
I know, however, that despite your age and the hardships that result from it, at that time, you helped me more than I could ever help you. You may consider it an exaggeration, but that is how I was thinking about it on my way home, when I received the letter with your plea for help. I do not remember what exactly I felt when I tried to turn the whole caravan back. I do not remember who the man who begged me not to was. The only thing that mattered to me was to find and help you. David, did you know back then what would happen to you?
Uh-huh. I guess we're gonna get more details as we play, because that was very vague. You cannot leave the house until you help your friend. I also can't really change the audio settings, and I feel like the voices were probably a little too low here. Hint system, so I'll have to adjust that later. So press H for a hint system, use the mouse to look around stuff, press tab to get, like, notes or something? What was it? Yeah, I don't really know, but okay. Press tab. Oh, that's just inventory. So I guess H was hint. Okay, so maybe hints isn't really like hints in that sense. It's just kind of like a journal. So maybe it's kind of intended that you should read it, but I guess you can get more hints. Yeah, maybe not. And thus I returned to Livingstone's house. I did not find him there, however, nor did he answer my calls. I decided to look around. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Did you get, like, plain text if you press tab? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, yeah, sensitivity feels fine. Maybe it didn't, like, take the change there. I feel like I was going to say something else. One nice thing this game does is start the audio settings at 50%. Nice little touch. So we can raise the voices if it turns out they are too quiet, but I'll do that, like, later on. Whoa, this is weird camera control. It's, like, inverted. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But okay, cool giraffe. And, like, baboon or something. Whatever this monkey type was again.
Upon arrival, I was immediately struck by how empty your house felt.
Are you kidding me?
At first glance, everything seemed to look exactly as before, but the heavy silence and the fact that you did not come to greet me gripped my heart with worry. Having no other choice, I started looking for you.
Okay, I would not really describe this house as empty, and I mean, you did just, like, open the door and come in, so of course he didn't come greet you. Yeah, this is kind of weird. You can see outside, but it's just like we're just in a void, raised above, like, the ground or something. This is, like, way lower down. Crocodile.
This damned creature.
What? What? What's your deal with crocodiles? Just a tree? Are all of these, like, drawn by Livingstone, or what's going on? Okay, need some key or something. Oh, interaction puzzle screen. Yeah, click and drag stuff. Tab to open your inventory, sure. Yeah, spoiling your puzzle, Clicking to, like, enter, like this, so then tab, yeah. And we can, like, wait. Can't I, like, rotate around? No, I guess this is a fixed screen. And yeah, I guess we need the spear for this guy over here. But then I need the mask first. Yeah, right here. Huh? Yeah, I guess I got it? Wait, okay, I need to see that again. How did you inspect this? You just clicked on it? Okay. Alright. Tab to open inventory. left click to inspect it. And you can rotate around. Kind of would prefer right click to exit. Instead of these videos, I generally would prefer, like, just, you know, pop-ups on screen, like, press to click, or press to pick up the mask, now press tab to open inventory, and then you do that, now click here to see the mask, click and drag to rotate it. I feel like that just kind of makes more sense. I've never understood this stuff, where you, like, do this, and they just kind of, like, start swiveling around, and then you have to, like, rotate it, but, like, in the opposite direction. I feel like this happens on, like, every single 3D model viewer. An African ritual mask made by local craftspeople. David used to hang such masks on his wall. Or walls. Yeah. And you can see, like, when you can interact with something. Okay, so right here. This one. Yeah. And now it's, like, locked in place. Alright. And yeah. So if I just click it, I open it. Yeah, you have to click and drag it to actually use stuff. Spear. So let's inspect that. A simple spear made completely out of wood. A bizarre symbol is etched on its head.
Oh, this is the true king of the beasts.
Great. Also, I did get one achievement, like, while just testing, because I didn't even intend to, I just brushed up against spacebar.
I think that's appropriate now.
And he says that, and you got, like, a jumper achievement, like, try to jump. Oh. Opening doors and drawers. Yeah, it's kind of jarring to have these tutorials just, like, pop up and play you a movie. Yeah. It's like Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
David always kept his
Oh god,
keys
oh god,
near.
that's weird.
They're now gone.
Oh, that is rough. I did see that's, like, honestly one of the main complaints in reviews is the controls feeling weird. That definitely felt weird. This feels normal. That's weird. Like, I'm just pulling to the left. But this one... Yeah, I guess just, like, from this angle, I would expect to pull out, like, back towards me, but instead it's to the right, which makes sense on this one, but not from this angle. So, like, regardless of your angle, the interaction doesn't change, yeah? So you always do it the same way. Okay, but there was no point to that, just telling you you can open drawers and stuff. Nope. Notes. Yeah, click to read. Press tab to get plain text. Yeah. And N to just open all your notes. Yeah. I rebound that to R instead, because, like, why not? I guess I should maybe rebind the hint as well somewhere else, like F or whatever, if we're just gonna read it as a journal occasionally. I can't, like, look at the things further in. No. 27th of April, 1872. I began this morning with a prayer. Kneeling by my bed, I ruminated over the obligations entrusted to me by Providence and the trials it had been putting me through. It's a little hard to read this, but not too bad. I'm not sure if I need the clear text, we'll see. Fate is indeed a remarkable thing. At noon, I was visited by Chuma and Sufi. Okay, one sec. Chuma and Susi. Okay, yeah, wouldn't have thought that. They wanted to tell me in person that they had found volunteers for my next expedition. What excellent news! I have not yet decided whether I will go to Peterick? Or Lake Albert first. Yeah, Peterick. I don't know. Whatever I choose, it will be... Maybe I should just be reading here. It will be a difficult undertaking. However, everything seems to indicate that this is from whence the Nile's waters flow. The thought of how close I am fills me with strength. That's your purpose? Just finding, like, the source of the Nile? Okay, you just, like, click and it flips. You don't have to click and drag it. We discussed the preparations a short time longer before they finally departed in high spirits. Soon after they left, Tumpy, came to see me. I've been monitoring her pregnancy for nearly 3 months now. All seems to be in order, thank goodness. I had no other patients today, so I looked in on the animals and worked on the expedition maps in the evening. I hope that Henry is doing well and that his fever has subsided. I wrote him a letter, which I will send tomorrow, thanks to the kindness of several traders. I ate an evening meal and prayed again. Let more days be as tranquil as today. So I'm Henry, was I? And what was it exactly in that letter that made me turn around and, like, come back? I'm not really sure.
So, the old man started keeping a journal. Interesting.
Can I change this now, even though it's gonna reset later? I kind of want...
Great.
That is great.
Great. Great.
I kind of feel like it needs to just be, like, maxed out, honestly. That's great. But yeah, again, nice that you at least start at 50% and can change, like, up and down. Okay, so you get your little spear. Wait, hold on, before you do that, obviously this door is locked. It's not locked. Okay, never mind. Then what's the point of this guy? Is he gonna, like, unlock this, maybe? Let's try it. Oh. Yeah? Nothing? Oh god. Oh, it's definitely kind of weird trying to control some of these things. They're not, like, the directions you have to pull the mouse in are not very intuitive. They feel kind of weird. Yeah, control to crouch, but I rebounded to shift. So it's like, sometimes you might need to crouch to get a better view of something. Monkey statuette. Interaction with items. I know. Okay, but this one you can interact with. Alright, fair enough. But yeah. I get it. Yeah, like I couldn't open this drawer if I didn't crouch. So yeah, I guess you want to make sure you crouch around and see what you can interact with if you're crouching. Don't think there was anything else, though. Yeah, no. Monkey statuette. A statuette of an angered monkey. It seems that some of its parts can be moved. You can scroll as well. Oh. Oh, okay, that was a little janky. Key with a monkey head. Hello? Completed puzzles in the corridor. So there's already, like, things we can do. We can continue here, I guess, but we can also just go through into the, like, I don't know, whatever room is past the hallway. I would have called this, like, I don't know, a foyer? Wait, hold on. Let's look at it first. I guess I can do that here. A key found inside a statuette. It will certainly open one of the house's doors. Is it this one? Yep. Okay. Kitchen?
I remember that I reached the kitchen first. It looked as though someone had left only moments ago after preparing for a visitor. I wondered whether you had been preparing all of this for me, or perhaps you had been waiting for someone else. What worried me the most, however, was why you had not finished.
This guy's definitely, like, narrated some audiobooks, right? That is really the, like, vibe I'm getting from this. Not really, like, a voice actor doing a performance. It just seems like someone who's sitting down with a giant script of a book and just, like, recording an audiobook. And yeah, I think the audio is a little better with that. Coffee grinder. 9th of April, 1872. I heard from Henry that John Kirk complained and said that most often I do not document my discoveries, and when I do, none can make sense of my records. When he accompanied me on the second Zambezi expedition, it did not seem to be an issue. Nevertheless, I took another look through my papers and concluded that our honorable consul was right, to a certain extent. I will try to rectify that mistake. I hope that it will help me organize my thoughts as well, as I have been having trouble concentrating for some time now. My story began with me joining the London Missionary Society in 1838, while still in medical school. That is where I met Robert Moffat, a great man and the father of my future wife. That almost sounds like it's implying she wasn't born yet, but I don't think that's it. And page 2, yeah. Naturally, I did not know that at the time. I was going to travel to China, but because of the Opium War of 1839, I had to alter my plans. It was Moffat's vision, Moffat, I don't know, no idea, and enthusiasm that convinced me to go to Africa, and as it transpired, discover the destiny devised for me by God. I vividly remember how beautiful that land looked to me when I observed it for the first time. It was unlike anything else I could ever encounter in England. I knew that no European had yet set foot there. I thought to myself that such a breathtaking land had to have been admired by angels from above. Perhaps it was they who had led me here. Is Dr. Livingstone like...
I see that the old man took an old friend's grumbling to heart.
Wait, but wasn't it... It was not you who grumbled, it was someone else, right? What did it say? Yeah, I'm not gonna check. What was I just gonna say? Oh, well, there's more here. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, is Dr. Livingstone actually, you know, the historical person who, like, discovered Africa or something? Or made discoveries in Africa? I don't know. I could probably just Google it. Pepper. Okay, maybe it's not a coffee grinder, it's a pepper grinder. But do we need pepper right now? Black peppercorns, a popular spice added to a majority of dishes. That looks more like coal or something. Oh god, yeah, this is also weird to control. Ground pepper. I don't know why we need that, but sure. Oh, what was that? Oh. There's something glitching in the background. Unreal Engine, everybody! Some, like, rendering glitch. It's not happening now, but yeah. There, yeah. Some things are, like, not rendering because they don't think they should.
I wonder how long such supplies last.
Kind of hard to see, like, how much you can look at. Corkscrew. Finely ground pepper with a strong aroma. It is hard not to sneeze. And an ornamented corkscrew brought from England. There are not many occasions to use it. And why do we need an hourglass? I guess later on, probably, for, like, cooking something? Like, add black pepper and then wait for 2 minutes to make... I don't know. Black pepper pudding. Doesn't seem like we need anything here. Man, you are so slow when you're crouching. Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything else here. Oh my god, yeah. I can definitely see where some of the reviews were coming from. People who were saying that the, like, mouse controls for interaction... Oh god, interactions were a little rough. Yeah, I just have to, like, pull straight down for those. But it's, like, not very intuitive. Okay, we need colorful baby blocks, I guess. Glitched again. What was that? Oh, it's just this again, I suppose. Yeah. What happens if I check it from here? Yeah, okay, you just phase through. So, yeah. This one I tried to pull straight down. No, this one you pull to the right. Uh-huh. Flint and tinder. Oh no. 2 pieces of flint. When you strike them against each other, you can produce sparks. And perfectly dried tinder, extremely useful for starting a fire. Whoa, I completely lost track of time, so I guess I should just end it off here. Yep. I mean, this is interesting so far. Again, mouse interactions are definitely a bit of a problem, but hopefully I'll get used to it. So yeah, okay, thanks for watching. I gotta, like, quickly talk about the options. See you next time. Okay, so options. There's mostly everything you would want. we have different languages. I assume that's just the text, not the vocal language. Full screen is just on or off, and it's exclusive full screen forced. You have to either do exclusive full screen or windowed mode with a border. So again, this game is from 2021. That's a little inexcusable. Definitely should have had like the option for full screen borderless and not exclusive, I feel. Resolution settings that you just have to like click through one by one, which is also a little annoying. And then you have graphics quality, post-processing, shadow quality, anti-aliasing, and all of those are just like from low to epic, not really saying anything about like what type of anti-aliasing it is or the amount or anything. And of course, motion blur is baked into the post-processing, so you could turn that down to like low or medium or something and get rid of motion blur, but then everything looks worse as well, so that's why you have to do the like .ini tweaks. And yeah, sadly, like normally PC Gaming Wiki is a very good website for stuff like this. You can just like type the name of the game, PC Gaming Wiki, and usually they have all of these like how to uncap the frame rate, how to like turn off motion blur, how to change sensitivity or FOV or whatever if it's not available in the game. But this game just has like nothing on PC Gaming Wiki. It's like a very bare bones page, which is kind of a shame. VSync on or off, I don't know if I even need that on or off. Like, there's something weird since I uncapped the frame rate. I did make sure to cap it at like 120-ish, but for some reason, and this might have happened even before I did this, when I'm loading, like when I start up the game or loading in loading screens, the game is like running at like thousands of FPS, which is a little silly, but for some reason VSync on or a frame limiter doesn't affect that. I don't know what's going on with that, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, then you have FOV, which sadly is not numerical. Again, you can go into the .ini files and find your exact value, so I set mine to like 105 or something, and yeah, that seems to be looking good. Really wish this had numbers though. And yeah, this as well, gamma is just nothing. It was set to 2.2, I think, by default, and I'm just leaving it at that. Yeah, all of these could really do with having like a number associated with them. And music, sound effects, and voiceover, we do have separate sliders, and they were all set to 50%, which again, I do think is a very good practice, so props for that. But it looks like we need to increase the voiceover volume, so I'm gonna have to like change that read-only file to fix that, and also change the what's it called? Controls, I guess, if I want to crouch with shift constantly. And then yeah, in controls, you have mouse sensitivity. Again, this has no numerical values or whatever, so at the max here it's like 1.5, and I still thought that was a little low, so I went up to like 1.8. And when you do that, you have to make sure you don't go in here again, or it like changes back, so then you have to read only the file, and yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. You have mouse invert and left hand mode, which I guess just moves like the WASD over to like, I don't know, JKL or something like that. Wheel movement, I don't even know what that means. Hold on. What on earth? What do you mean? This is my wheel! How the fuck does that help? Why would that ever help anyone? What are you talking about? Can I do it on like these? Nope. Okay. If someone knows what on earth this is for, let me know, because that is extremely silly if you move that slowly with it. Okay. And then, yeah, you can rebind controls, so that's nice at least. Some games don't even offer that. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. You can re-watch all the tutorials. So, there we go. It's overall a decent options menu, but again, some pretty severe setup issues with this game, which is kind of sad to see. Again, it's like kind of what I expect from like certain Unreal Engine 3 and 4 games, like from 10 plus years ago, but since this is only a 4-year-old game, it really feels like it should have known better at that point. So, bit of a disappointing start on the technical side, but I mean, so far, performance is flawless since I increased the cap and haven't seen like a single like stutter or anything. That's something Unreal Engine is pretty known for. So far, it's been very smooth, but I guess we've checked like 2 rooms, so we'll see. But again, thanks for watching, hope you enjoy, see you next time.